Philadelphia.
The winner here, of course, a trip to Las Vegas for Super Bowl 58. Not a bad prize as we are underway in the NFC Championship game. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Second and 10. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right on the 30. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Dragons have struck first in this NFC title game. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage. Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know. Game left, but a good start.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. First possession resulted in a punt. What does Mr. Davis predict for possession number 2?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they had down on their play sheet, because most teams start with that script, that so-called script, about things they want to do. Some of those plays are used to probe, and some of those plays are used to attack. I think they're going to try to attack on this possession.
All right, let's see what happens. Will they attack? Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Aiden Hutchinson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. Here's Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aiden Hutchinson. What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And taken at the 46. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by the 8th-year passer, 2-time Pro Bowler from Mississippi State, Dak Prescott.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Now a 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Gallup, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now, they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
Well, they fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game. See if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Harrison, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. And even 60 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Prescott now from the 50. He's got his man. It's Gallup. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Dragons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the Battle of the Sea. Who will take home that George Halas Trophy?
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back live. Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he's loose again. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Malik Harrison picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs, and this